Good day, good people, and welcome to your favorite sports show. It's your boy, Ndwana Silokshini, and welcome to Bread Boy Sports. I hope people are doing well. I hope people need right because today I'm giving you the latest transfer of Kaizer Chiefs and the latest news that Kaizer Chiefs did drop because the club did drop a statement for the fans. So I will just not want to waste any time for today because it's a busy weekend and we have to do a hate watch along because Sundowns is playing their final game with Pyramid. So guys, let's get to the news that Kaizer Chiefs did drop. So this is the latest club statement that Kaizer Chiefs did drop for us, and they actually left a message for the fans about the things that will be happening around the club and the things that they're expecting for next season. So this is a statement. I got that from Twitter on the page of our club, Kaizer Chiefs. This is the statement. As the season 2024-2025 concluded, the club is preparing for changes, which is our usual routine at the end of the campaign. While there is a lot of speculation and unverified information circulating, we encourage all Kaizer Chiefs supporters to stay tuned to our official platform for authentic updates. We will share information as soon as we are ready to go to communicate and the relevant paperwork is completed. We are looking forward to go a season ahead. We would like to announce again, thank you, the Amakosi faithful, for your love and support. Amakosi for life. So, the club has already dropped a statement for the supporters in promising us there will be information that the club will be dropping in the next coming days. They are finalizing the paperwork. Abafunu keeping the paper angarabi finalized. So most of the news that they are promising us, some of them already have been dropping. So and other things the club promising us Uguti next season is going to be a big season for the club. So sonke vele silindele lokho for the club ukuthi lisithembisile. So for us as fans, we have to thank you ukuthi the club is sending a message all across the fans ukuthi to be calm and patient. People to be calm and patient for the club because there will be changes that will be made. A lot of changes have been happening in the club and local value on Sifuna, especially when it comes to players. I know when it comes to management because and at the end of the day, unless we call management because one of the people who are part of the management, especially our sporting director, is the son of Kaizer, is the son of the owner of the club, and so after the statement Kaizer Chiefs dropped, there were other statements that the club did drop for us. So till now we have to look at those statements, and I do have other news that are surrounding the club's latest transfer. So this is the latest news that the club did drop. One of the news that I would like to share with you because I do not have a picture of it right now, is that there are certain players who have departed from the club, and one of those players were one of the captain of ETDC team and especially Dati. Those players have departed with the Kaizer Chiefs team because they are seeing Uzi there is no lenient way for them to play for the Kaizer Chiefs first team. So the other news that the club did drop after the statement of a player that is being released is one of our faithful players, but then at the end of the day he was a loanee. Some of the fans were happy that he is coming back, but again because he has not been performing very well, and Coach Nabi do not see eye to eye, and I think you already know who am I talking about. Here's the player from Kaizer Chiefs. Blom heads back to St. Louis. After completing his loan spell with Kaizer Chiefs, Njabulo Blom will return to his parent club, St. Louis City, in the United States of America. We wish him all the best in the Major League Soccer League. Another statement dropped by the club. Uguti Njabulo Blom will be released because the club doesn't see Uguti he fits, or Unabi doesn't see if he fits with system yake, because if you look at the last game that we played, we saw ukuthi there was an alteration of conflict between uCoach Nabi and Jabulo Blom, and we saw ukuthi ngazuthi uthanda lisekho when it's come to uBlom kuNabi. And ngizwile a lot of news surrounding yona leya nto kuthiwa we heard ukuthi uBlom has an attitude issue, same thing that is happening to him kwi-club yakhe iSt. Louis. That's why decide ukuthi leave aside before i-club umlone. He has a problem with his attitude. So uBlom angeke silokhu sikhuluma kakhulu ngaye, uyena mina alungise i-attitude yakhe. There's no one bigger than the club at the end of the day. Ukuthi udlala or kanti, we do not care. We want players who want to play for the club. We want players who have a good attitude. Asifune izamba nezobulisa maya mazambane at the end of the day. So thank you for Njabulo Blom, but go back to your club. And other news that are surrounding the club are the latest transfer news. The latest transfer news that we are hearing from Kaizer Chiefs is that I'll start with what Nabi thinks before I give you the latest transfer news. This is a story I got from Junior Fati. I think he said this is a statement of what he heard about the news that are surrounding in the club. And we all know Uguti Coach Nabi is going to stay at the club because him and Ama sporting directors are working on new players that he wants to sign. So this is a statement from Junior Fati of what he is hearing surrounding Kaizer Chiefs. Uti, what I'm hearing just now, Coach Nabi wants early pre-season because he believes next season there is no excuses. According there is business assembling, and he believes in dedicated, disciplined and hard-working squad. So Coach Nabi, he wants an early pre-season because he wants to drill our players to Wuti. It is season they are all in the same mindset, and I do approve Guilo because this squad is not performing well. Sabona the last pre-season yakhe uNabi uqala, he made sure ukuthi my players run, and most of them they were already quitting. But then he is continuing to make sure ukuthi our players have more stamina and strength. That's why he wants an early preseason and make sure ukuthi he instill the type of play of football afuna uyibone Kaizer Chiefs idlala in the future. So the only thing esingayijabulele ukuthi uNabi, he is committed to his job, and yikho into esingamvimbela wona njengamanje, because we can see ukuthi Nabi is committed to this job. He sees ukuthi he is coaching one of the biggest clubs in Africa, and there's nothing that he did. And we are born ukuthi next season he doesn't have any excuse, because unyaka wakho oqala he has read everything about the intensity, environment and the players, and he knows the type of players he wants, and he knows the type of players he do not want into his squad. So those are the latest news that was for about Unabi, and these are the latest transfer news of our players that Coach Nabi wants in Kaizer Chiefs. So this is the first news we heard from Eric Ndakijimani. From Eric Ndakijimani from Twitter, saying, breaking news, Kaizer Chiefs head coach Nazir Nabi has a serious interest in Simba forward Kibu Dennis. Nabi wants him in his squad next season. So Kibu Dennis is another player that coach Nazir Nabi wants, and he plays in Tunisia from one of the clubs in Tunisia. And Kibu we are told he is actually a good player. He's a striker, Ukibu. And I saw most people, they were comparing him to Sahile. Angazi why they're comparing Ukibu to Sahile. I do not know the player well, but there are news that we are hearing about him. And these are the other news, the Swazile from Ukibu, who is dead. According from Mr. K's Travel Club TV, according to what I'm hearing from my Z4 phone speaker, Kubika Songo Dennis had said yes to Kaizer Chiefs, and he will be a player to receive his off-season program at Naturen. Those are the latest news we are hearing from Mr. K's Travel Oguti. Kibu has said yes, has agreed to join Kaizer Chiefs. So now the club is the only thing Oguti Mele ipide for a mercenaries contract. So Nabi is working, and we are convinced that these players to come to Kaizer Chiefs. So Next season, since the club niggas Unabi his players, he does not have any excuse. We need to challenge for something. We need, I know it's too early to say we have to challenge for a league next season, but we have to challenge for at least the top 4 spots and challenge for cups. This is what we want to see, a big change according to the club. We want to see that big change. And other news that we heard about Ukibu from Kibu Dennis is some players who know him. They tried to get the information, most of the Kaizer Chiefs supporters about Kibu Dennis, and this is what we heard from Dr. Tseho Abutitimel. Says Kaizer Chiefs, you know Kibu Dennis. Makosi proved Nabi and Tera scouted a diamond. He's saying Ukibu is a diamond player. One of the attributes now is that he is a hard worker, he is strong, has pace for days, use both legs. That is very important. As and is skillful and able to get himself out of trouble. Yeah, the goals he scores near he scores net tier. He's a net terror. Double net sorry for my English. Yes, these are the news that we are hearing from Ukibu Dennis, that he is wanted by the Kaizer Chiefs coach, and these are the attributes as well to Langa. And I hope Uguti Kaizer Mutaung Jr. and Utiwani, our sporting directors, are working to agree with the club to bring the player here to Kaizer Chiefs, because we already have green lights to a player. And now the only thing is to do, the club has to go for these players. Another player that we heard, Uguti, has already agreed to sign for Kaizer Chiefs. So now the only thing, Uguti, they have to work. You can see, Bab Uguti, Nabi is working and able to convince these players to come to play for Kaizer Chiefs. Because if you look at these players, their clubs are performing very well. They are playing in a CAF. They will be playing in CAF, but most of these players want to come to Kaizer Chiefs. The only player we haven't heard which has given us a green light is Maela. We hope Ufistin Maela give us a green light, because we do need a striker. Skatela Boranga Chivaviro Nabo Morris, because they are missing clear cut chances for us. So we need improvement in the squad. Another news we heard is Eric Ntaganjimana on Twitter said, breaking news, Fisela Salum Abdallah wants to join Kaizer Chiefs. Simba FC made first bid. Narzir Nabi had a long conversation with Faisal Salum Abdallah, and Azam will listen the willing of the player. So, a player has already agreed to join Kaizer Chiefs, but then his club has already given him an offer for him to stay, and he has not even decided to he wants to stay or he wants to go. So Mbuawami, a player, has to make sure he decides to come for us, to play for us, because the coach does need him, and the coach looks like they have a good relationship with the player, because Unabi was the coach of Simba last season. Last season. So yeah, you can see the club is starting to make a lot of changes for us, and I'm really happy about these changes. The intersect funa and the intersect guy. So seeing these type of changes and seeing the club are working with the coach and giving the coach what he wants, it's a good thing for us. So these are the latest news I have for you guys, and thank you for always watching your favorite sports show, Bread Boy Sports. I would like you to make sure to invite more people to watch, because a lot of content I'm going to drop. You know what you have to do? Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.